Hello, my dear friends. With this stream, I would like to introduce a new series of special streams about terminology in beekeeping and entomology. This stream will be devoted to different definitions of words from beekeeping and entomology, and it can be useful for beginners in beekeeping, beginners in entomology, for everyone who is interested in beekeeping and entomology. So let's start from the beginning. I will be trying to explain different terminology from ABC till the XYZ in English language, actually for people from English-speaking countries and definitely from all another countries who can understand, speak, pronounce, and talk in English. So that's why this is special stream and special dictionary in English language. If you would like to have this dictionary in Russian or in Ukrainian language, this will be different stream. And for the beginning, I can introduce you books which I use for this stream. And this is a book from ABC to XYZ in beekeeping. This is book of bee culture, book published in 2007, 41st edition of an encyclopedia pertaining to the scientific and practical culture of honeybees. And the second book, sorry, here, a small break. And the second book, this is a book of Dictionary of Entomology published in Britain in 2001 and compiled by Gordon Hort and David Hedrick and published by Kyiv Publishing Company in USA and Britain. So what's about terminology? Because I said about beekeeping, first of all, I would like to use the definitely and obviously the best and most interesting word for beekeepers. This is a honeybee. But to be precise, we will start from European honeybee. And what is the definition of honeybee? Honeybees are animals that belong to a group called insects. Like all insects, they have three parts of legs and three body parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. The head carries most of the sensory organs: eyes, antennae, and mouth parts. The thorax has a bundle of muscles to which the legs and wings are attached. The abdomen contains the digestive and reproductive systems, and in the case of females, the chief defense weapon, the sting. The members of the colony are the drones or males and the two female castes, the queen and workers. Drones are often mistakenly thought of a castle. It will be talking about castle separately. The sole function of drones are to mate. The function of a queen is to lay eggs. Queens produce chemical substances, pheromones, to which they are recognized and that affect social order. The queen makes no decision in the colony other than to determine if a cell is suitable to receive an egg. The worker honeybees, all females, do all the work and make whatever decisions are necessary for a colony to function. No honeybee, drone, queen, or worker can live alone. They are social animals and as such cannot function unless a minimum number of bees are present in the unit. Food exchange among members of a community is a part of the social system, and it appears that information about the status of a colony, including the presence of a queen and the quantity of food available, is conveyed in this way. While a queen and few hundreds bees may be a sufficient number to survive under laboratory conditions, or in a queen-mating nucleus in summer, many more bees are required to survive in winter or prolonged drought. The minimum number is approximately from 10,000 to 15,000 workers bees and queen. Males are not necessary for a colony to survive under harsh conditions. However, drones are responsible for the morale of a colony. No honeybees are native to North and South America, New Zealand, or Australia. The honeybees in North America came from Europe. Both the European and African honeybees, which are the same species, have a scientific name, Apis mellifera, described by Linnaeus, Swedish entomologist and scientist. Apis, this is the Latin name of the genus and is used to designate a group of closely related animals. The second part of the name, mellifera, is a specific species name. Our system for naming plants and animals calls for the name of two names, binomial nomenclature. The name of genus is capitalized and the species name is in a lowercase. People who name plants and animals agree that both within the same species can inbreed freely and produce normal offspring. For example, the donkey and the horse, animals of different species, can mate, but their offspring, the mule, is sterile and cannot reproduce. Because mules are sterile, the horse and the donkey are considered different species. Most animals from different species show no sexual interest in one another. The Asian honeybees that belong to the genus Apis are considered to be different species. This is Apis cerana, Apis dorsata, Apis florea, and Apis laboriosa. Asian honeybees have not been studied as extensively as the European honeybees. While the biology of all Apis species is similar, they have different behaviors. In addition, the pests, predators, and diseases that affect each species are often very different. Well, and what is about definition of European honeybee? Very brief definition in this book, in Dictionary of Entomology. Definition is so. Apis mellifera Linnaeus belong to Hymenoptera or Apoidea superfamily. A domesticated bee endemic, this is a domesticated bee endemic to the Old World tropics, Africa, and distributed globally as a source of honey and providing an important role in the pollination of plants. Adult workers are 12-15 millimeters long and body covered with a long yellowish seta, underlying color black or head and mesosoma. Mesosoma predominantly reddish brown or yellow with transverse black stripes. Compound eyes with long conspicuous seta. Forewing with 3 submarginal cells. Hind wings with jugal lobe more than half as long as a venial lobe. Middle tibia of honeybees with 1 apical spur. Hind tibia and basithalamus strongly compressed. Hind tibia lacking apical spur. Sting well developed in workers. European honeybee larval stage completes 5 instars. European honeybees are highly eusocial with queen, drone, and workers. Queen takes nuptial flight and mates early with several mates or drones. Mates lose genitalia during copulation and subsequently dies. European honeybee nest is exposed or in a cavity and composed of wax secreted by sterile glands of workers, sterile glands of workers. Nest cells are hexagonal, cylindrical in cross-section, and typically horizontal, forming vertical combs into layers of cells that open in opposite directions. Male cells are larger than worker cells, and both cells types are used interchangeably for pollen and honey storage and larval development. Queen-producing cells usually hang from brood combs. Eggs are laid individually in provisional cells. Eggs are orientated vertically in the bottom of each cell. Hundreds of thousands of cells are active simultaneously in large colonies. Larvae of European honeybees are fed progressively, and cells are not closed until larva completes development. European honeybees are affected by diseases such as American foul brood, European foul brood, by insects, parasites like small hive bees, wax moth, and parasitic mites, tracheal mite, varroa mite, and so on. That's a short definition of a European honeybees. That's all for today. Thank you very much for coming. And dictionary will be continuing from with definitions of different words. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and welcome to visit my Patreon page as well. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Stay tuned. To be continued, I promise you. So new terms, new interesting stories, and new definitions will be coming as soon as possible. Hopefully several times per week. Thank you for coming. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. Thank you.